Okay, so on today's tips, basically I'm going to show you how to install the Arlen Ness Big Shot adjustable fuel tuner. Yeah, that thing's it's not as hot as it was. Alright, so we're good there. Okay, first things first is you'll need some of these little Allen doodaddys for these Victory bikes. You have to get up underneath here and take out your seat. So we do that. Oops. Okay. Okay, now that we have the seat disengaged, take the seat off, put the seat off to the side. We will need our second size, which is the one size bigger. Now this particular bike is a Vegas, so I'm only going to show you how to hook this up on a Vegas, but this might help some people. What did I do? I grabbed the wrong size. You want to loosen these up, but not take them apart completely yet. Okay, I'll show you why. Okay, so it's handy to have some sort of I don't know, box or something available, because what I want to do is you have to lift the tank up. There's some stuff you got to disconnect first. So I'm going to take my overflow for the fuel system off right now. At least loosen it up. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll lift the tank and I'll place my spacer block up underneath the tank. Like so. It'd be handy to have a flashlight, because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be disconnecting your gas tank reading line and your fuel intake line. So you'll need small hands. Well, not really, but you'll need to pry open the electrical connectors and pull the electrical connector apart. Easier said than done in some cases, because it is hard to get to. Okay, and you'll need towels. And if you have it handy, get yourself a rubber nipple, because you will have to plug your fuel inlet line here. So what I'm going to do is first put this in here, catch some of the overflow. because it will bleed. It always does. Okay. Now I'm going to nipple up my fuel line. If I can get my hand up in there. Today my hands are a little big. I don't want to do it. Okay. Now that she's nippled up and the fuel line's draining all over the towel, we're good to go. So now, take out your front mounts. Whoops. Well, my little holder came out the bottom. That's fine. Probably should have set the tank back down to a level position before I started messing with it anyways. Okay, now that they're both out, lift your gas tank up now that it's fully disconnected and sit it down on something soft, like said cardboard. Okay, now the big shot is very easy to hook up. Basically the electrical lines all come out and I've got them all pre-wrapped, pre-routed. You have two connectors. You've got one here and then you've got these two here. I had this thing uninstalled, but I'm going to reinstall it because I think the bike runs, well, you have to tune it correctly, and that's what I'm not sure I did the first go around, so I'm going to try it again. Basically you have to lock this and come on, see the push button, you pull it out, get your hand in there, or if I could do it, all this other crap in the way. Okay. There we go. Okay, the lock is disengaged. Okay, pull the connectors out. I only had them connected to save my cables from getting screwed up. So if you look at the way the cabling is, it's kind of all jumbled up in here. But these particular wires here go to the back. I believe this is the oxygen sensor. So the same thing, pull your red clip back, pull the whole connector out. Real easy. Basically install it the way it came out. Back in, clip down. Okay, and then we come up to this thing up here. This is your, I believe, your fuel injection. So what we'll do is take this apart. This is the stock clip. Put the stock clip back in there and put the big shot controller in this other side if it wasn't all twisted on me. Okay, shove those back down where they belong. And for the life of me, I cannot remember what that goes to. Oh, duh, that goes to the tank. That's why it's all foobarred. Oh. Sorry, it's late and I'm tired. Okay, so this piece then will plug into the stock wiring. And how did I twist this thing up so bad first time I did this? I just don't know. Because this thing is twisted all over the place. I don't know what happened. I'm going to try to rectify it because I don't want wires twisting on top of wires. It looks like a poor installation when everything's twisted. Plus it makes it plugging in more difficult. So the stock wire for the sensor goes into this piece here. Basically gets remapped through that one. And then these handy dandy wires just go someplace where they're not going to get all burnt. Something like that. Basically all this does is come down through here, come down through here. Let's see. Sorry, I've already have it installed, but it does come out this way here. Oh, I come down underneath the motor. You can see where I'm moving the lines around. Come out to this box here. The only thing with this controller is it does have a ground wire indication. Now once I untangle it, okay, so you see how the Arlen Ness Big Shot will be grounded. Now what I want to do is I have this piece. It's real cheesy, kind of just stuck on there with some double-sided Velcro. I think I'll actually zip tie that to the battery terminal later. And I'm going to actually move this to where I can use it while I'm moving. I'm going to have it up here so I can use it while I'm riding the bike and change the fuel tuner as I go. So what we'll do next is we'll hook it up to the battery terminal. Okay, this goes to the negative lead. And with all this stuff connected, I mean, I probably need longer terminal bolts. But in the meantime, this is going to work. Yeah, see, it's not even catching because there's so much other stuff loaded on this battery. Alright, so get me a small something in there to push up on the block. It's one of my many projects I was going to do is get the, I need to get longer cables or longer bolts here. And they sell them. You can get them wherever you want. Sears or Home Depot or Lowe's, even Budget Bolt sells them. Come on, let's use the small one. Yeah, it's still too thick, huh? Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of crap connected to this bike. So this is probably the most difficult. Ooh, this is probably the most difficult installation of all, of everything. Is getting this bolt to achieve what I want. All right. Well, Plan B. I got a bad knee, so crouching is always a problem. Now that I've got it, oh come on, man. I really need to get a longer bolt for this thing. Unfortunately, I didn't do that before I started this video, so they're just gonna have to deal with what I've got to deal with. Okay, so what I want to do is make sure that when I do complete my installation, I can tuck all the ground wiring up underneath on top of the battery like I had it before, where it's not going to interfere with any of my installation. So what I want to do is loosen this up a little bit, push that around. Okay, now tighten it back down. Okay. Now a good way to check it. Turn the key on. Wait for your bike to do its systems check and all that good stuff. And then what we'll do is we'll pay attention to this. As soon as I hit the switch, it should function. Okay, so what it's doing is it's setting up its primary. It's waiting for you to start. What we'll do is basically we go into mode, and you can see what you got. Basically, the green is like, what is it, idle to 25%. Orange is like 25% to 75%, and then the red is basically full open. What I do is I have this thing set all the way far lean in the lowest setting because it seems to run better. These 2 second settings, these here are when these maps kick in. So like green is all the time, orange is second setting, red is high. Orange is when the orange will kick in, and the red is when the red will kick in. I'm actually going to increase that up this way. Just a tad bit, and we'll try.